Good morning. We are seeing the last topic about an application. The first thing, environmental monitoring. Actually, in environmental monitoring, it is needed to be able to protect the public and the environment from toxic contaminants and pathogens. It is used to prepare environmental impact assessments as well as establish circumstances in which human activities carry a risk of harmful effects on the natural environment. When we are saying about types of monitoring carries out, it includes air, water, and soil. All monitoring programs have reasons and justifications in order to establish the current status of an environment. So when you are saying about types of contaminations, we'll have a toxic and pathogens. Air pollutants originate from sources such as vehicle emissions, refiners, power plants, and industrial laboratory process. Whereas in the case of an soil and water, will be split into microbiological, radioactive, inorganic, synthetic, organic, and volatile organic compounds. So, environment surroundings are conditions in which a person, animal, or planet lives or operates. So, in our environment, we'll have a three basic things: one to be the atmosphere, second one to be the land, and other one to be the water. Environmental monitoring can be defined as a systematic sampling of air, water, soil, and biota in order to observe and study the environment as well as to derive the knowledge from this process. So, in general, environmental monitoring specialists focused on four major areas: one to be the air, second one to be the water, and third one to be the soil, and fourth one to be the biota. So, I said no, air pollutants which is originate from sources like vehicle emissions, refineries, power plants, whereas soil and water contaminants which can be split into microbiological, radioactive, inorganic, synthetic, organic, and volatile organic compounds. Whereas the case of an biota, it is based on the biological ones. So the thing is to be that so we have to take concentrate on three different types of environmental monitoring: air pollution monitoring, soil monitoring, and water monitoring. Whereas the air pollution is a constantly growing problem worldwide. Air monitoring is done by air sampling. So the sampling can be passive, diffusive, or done by biomonitoring with organisms that bioaccumulate air pollutants. As air pollution concentration is heavily influenced by the wind, anemometer data is also taken into account, as well as topography and landscape features can hinder the process of lateral atmospheric mixing. The air pollutants indicator assesses pressures from specific pollutants on atmospheric air across individual countries, but also identifies pressures from particular nation sectors like energy, transport, industrial process, agricultural, and waste management. So this is about pollution, traffic, industries, increase in vehicles, lack of data, health problem. So the block diagram, which is to be over here to be the power supply. So we'll have a air quality sensors, we'll have a carbon monoxide sensors, temperature sensors, all this thing to be converted into an inbuilt ADC of Atmega 16. Then we'll be giving to the microcontroller and we'll have a final display. What about the principles of working? So project's basic principle of working is the sensing of data from the sensors. It will convert the analog data into digital form. It processes the digital data and display it on LCD. What about the advantages? The sensors was easily available. The detecting a wide range of gases including NH3, NOx, alcohol, benzene, smoke, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. It is simple, compact, and easy to handle. Sensors have long life and less cost. Simple drive circuit system is real time. We'll have operating voltage around 5 volts. If the quality of air can be checked indoor as well as outdoor. We'll have a visualized output and we'll have a continuous update of change in percentage of quality. What about the limitations? Only three sensors are used. Humidity should be less than 95%, and accurate measurements of contaminating gases cannot be detected in ppm. The applications are to be the roadside pollution monitoring, industrial perimeter monitoring, site selections for reference monitoring stations, indoor air quality monitoring to make this data available to the common man. The next thing actually we have to see about an water pollution monitoring. So it has a wide range of sampling methods depending on the environment and the type of material being used. The type of water sampling includes judgmental, simple random, stratified, grid, systematic, adaptive cluster,